details, right? Details about it. Now, what's the difference between those two? What's the difference between information and opinion? And if you want to give the concept of opinion too. Claudia.
Well, I think that an opinion is something like personal. I mean, everyone has different opinions and different ways to see something.
Okay, more personal, right? More of a thought, we would say. So when it comes to information or opinions, Ismael, go ahead.
Yeah, the information it's a fact more objective, and the opinion is a fact more subjective for each person.
All right, excellent. So yes, definitely more like facts versus self perspective, right? So when it comes to products or when it comes to um, those products, those companies that we usually or often see it, we can see like the iPhone, the products from now that it's been becoming more popular, Shane among us girls. And then we have like the tennis shoes brands and even the smartwatch brands, right? And we have plenty products that we are constantly buying and that they never get old, right? So when it comes to all those products, obviously they create them because there's a demand on people. People are demanding to have those products available. So also the companies have to take into consideration the demand, but at the same time they have to have some feedback in a way to improve more on their objects or whatever they're selling, right? So do you think it is important for customers to give feedback to a company about their products? Do you think it is fundamental? Yes, no, and why? All right, so we have Omar. Yes, it's very important because they must give what the public wants and needs. Yes. And it's a way for them to kind of know like the basics, right? Thank you, Omar. And then my next question is, do you think that companies actually listen to the feedback? Yes, no, and why? So, do you think that if you send your feedback about a product that you just bought, do you think it will be um, that the people, the owners of the company will read it and evaluate it? Ismail.
Well, I think the little companies, yes, but the biggest and international companies, not too much.
Okay. It is interesting, right? How maybe the bigger ones would not have that um yeah, will not have that sense of urgency to listen to the feedback. What about you, Aaron?
I think it will be 50-50 because sometimes they want money, and The big companies wants money and they don't care about the quality of the products, and if they are receiving if the company is receiving a lot of feed, bad feedbacks, the company simply won't listen to them. An example sometimes could be YouTube, and the other side, I think they should listen the feedback, because those there are some comments there can help the company do better their job.
That's so correct. Yes. I mean, um, they get better by knowing maybe, and even for ourselves, it applies. We get by knowing our failures or our things that we need to work on. So, um, I think it depends on the feedback. If it's feedback that keeps growing, I think they will read it. Yes, definitely. Something positive or even something not aggressive, right? Like if someone gives feedback like bad product, okay, bad product, but why? Why are you saying it's a bad product? Oh, because of this and this. Well, that changed a lot. So definitely it has to be something that it's useful for them as a company. If not, it's just words, right? All right, guys. Well, with that being said, our topic for today will be about writing a feedback to about the company products. So this is part of unit 10.4. So let's go ahead and start. Now, here we have a sentence or two pictures that says uh, cacao beans are used to make cocoa bar products, and John is a fan of cocoa bars chocolate. Okay, so what is a fan? What's a fan? How could you describe it in your own words? Like if someone asks you, what is fan? What would you say? In this context, obviously. So how would you define? Today is the day of defining words, guys. I mean, I don't know what happened to the lesson for today, but they want for you to define a lot of words. So what would you say a fan is? So we have Ismael and then David.
Is the person who likes too much a product?
Okay, so it's like someone that really, really likes a lot one product. Excellent. And then David?
It's my term is having problems with the internet.
Yes, don't worry. So what will be your definition in your own words about fan?
It's a person who supports everything he likes. It can be general music, some food, or clothes.
All right. So yeah, we will go that it is basically something you can even find yourself being fans of some sort of specific type of food, products, etc. So let's move on. On the next part, we're gonna listen to a podcast with the host Rachel. And we're gonna take a look on what do business owners Erica and Daniel say about the relationship with the customers. Okay, so we're gonna pay close attention. Rachel is kind of interviewing Erica and Daniel, and they're gonna see what is the relationship that they have with their customers. So you will go ahead and pay close attention to that detail and we will continue with the next activity. So here we go.
Lesson 10.4, page 104. Exercises 1B and 1C.
This is Business Matters. I'm your host, Rachel Varick. and today I'm talking with business owners Tianyu Hao and Erica Knight. They own Cocoa Bar, a company that makes a variety of chocolate products. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
Now, I know your products are made from cacao beans that are imported from Peru, and then they're produced locally with other natural ingredients. However, we're not focusing on your delicious products today. We're talking about the people who buy them.
That's right. Our customers are really important to us, and we don't want them to just like our products. We want them to love our products.
Yes, we want every Cocoa Bar customer to turn into a Cocoa Bar fan.
Why is that so important to you?
It should be important to every business owner. Fans help a company in many ways. For example, they not only buy our products again and again, but they also tell their friends to buy them. They often talk about us on social media too. And what company doesn't want free advertising?
So true. And they give us feedback about our products.
But how useful is it? Isn't feedback from fans always good?
No, not always. When they're not happy, they tell us.
True fans are honest because they really want to help us improve.
That's very interesting, Tianyu. Well, thank you both for talking.
All right. So, what do business owners Erica and Tianyu say about the relationship with their customers? So, what do they say about their customers? The relationship about with that they have with their customers. And we have Jonathan.
They s- they say that the customers are buying and buying the chocolates.
That they are, what was that? I'm sorry.
They are buying and buying the chocolates from their company.
Oh, okay, excellent. So they are buying a lot, right? And but how they do they say um well, yes, that they are fans, right? More specifically. So we would say that since they buy a lot, they have become now their fans from that specific chocolate, right? And they explain how it helps that kind of comments to improve on their own company. Now, I have here several questions. The answers for those questions are very, very short. They are not so elaborated or things like that. So I will play the audio one more time, and we're gonna now look at the details. What's the name of the program? If the company makes only one kind of chocolate product, yes or no? How do you know? What words does Rachel use? What words does Rachel use to describe the products? What do Tianyu and Erica want to talk about? And what does Tianyu say about true fans? I'm sorry, true fans. Okay, so please make sure to follow along. I would like for everyone to be attentive on the questions. Try everyone to participate and not everything. And we will continue. So let me go ahead and play you the audio and try to, at the same time that you're listening to the information, maybe write it down so that you won't forget, okay? So here we go.
Lesson 10.4, page 104. Exercises 1B and 1C.
This is Business Matters. I'm your host, Rachel Varick, and today I'm talking with business owners Tianyu Hao and Erica Knight. They own Cocoa Bar, a company that makes a variety of chocolate products. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
Now, I know your products are made from cacao beans that are imported from Peru, and then they're produced locally with other natural ingredients. However, we're not focusing on your delicious products today. We're talking about the people who buy them.
That's right. Our customers are really important to us, and we don't want them to just like our products. We want them to love our products.
Yes, we want every Cocoa Bar customer to turn into a Cocoa Bar fan.
Why is that so important to you?
It should be important to every business owner. Fans help a company in many ways. For example, they not only buy our products again and again, but they also tell their friends to buy them. They often talk about us on social media too. And what company doesn't want free advertising?
So true. And they give us feedback about our products.
But how useful is it? Isn't feedback from fans always good?
No, not always. When they're not happy, they tell us.
True fans are honest because they really want to help us improve.
That's very interesting, Tianyu. Well, thank you both for talking.
All right. Let's go ahead and answer the questions. So, first question, what is the name of the program? Business Matters. Yes. Next question, does the company make one kind of chocolate product? Yes or no? No, right? They said that they made what word did they use that it indicates us that they don't do only one type? Can you recall the word? Go ahead, Ismael.
Products in plural.
Okay, products in plural, and yes, also variety. So a variety, it's what they used. And then what word does Rachel use to describe the products? Now, there was this particular, and it's an adjective that they used or she used to describe the products. Did they say nasty? Did they say delicious, right? Yes, it was delicious. And then what do Tianyu and Erica want to talk about? So what was kind of the main idea of this interview? Do they want to talk about only about their chocolate, but what else? Okay, so yes, true fans or customers itself. And then what does Tianyu say about their true fans? What does Tianyu say about true fans? That true fans don't lie, right? Yes. and she said that they were very honest. They were very honest people. That's why they like those true fans, because they help them improve a lot. So here we have a little bit more information in regards to the same podcast, but now we're going to just identify the speakers. And also, if possible, let's answer the questions that they have here on the sentences. So, who gives this information? We will write R for Rachel, T for Tenu, and or E for Erica, okay? Sometimes more than one answer is possible in each question. And let's see how it goes. So where the beans are from, they are talking about where the products are produced, how they want customers to feel about the products, why fans are important to the business, and the kind of feedback fans give. Okay, I will play it one more time so that we can grasp those details and also identify the speakers. Okay, and we will go from there. So here we go.
Lesson 10.4, page 104. Exercises 1B and 1C.
This is Business Matters. I'm your host, Rachel Varick, and today I'm talking with business owners Tian Yu Hao and Erica Knight. They own Cocoa Bar, a company that makes a variety of chocolate products. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
Now, I know your products are made from cacao beans that are imported from Peru, and then they're produced locally with other natural ingredients. However, we're not focusing on your delicious products today. We're talking about the people who buy them.
That's right. Our customers are really important to us, and we don't want them to just like our products. We want them to love our products.
Yes, we want every Cocoa Bar customer to turn into a Cocoa Bar fan.
Why is that so important to you?
It should be important to every business owner. Fans help a company in many ways. For example, they not only buy our products again and again, but they also tell their friends to buy them. They often talk about us on social media too. And what company doesn't want free advertising?
So true. And they give us feedback about our products.
But how useful is it? Isn't feedback from fans always good?
No, not always. When they're not happy, they tell us.
True fans are honest because they really want to help us improve.
That's very interesting, Tianyu. Well, thank you both for talking.
All right. So let's go ahead and identify the speakers. Number one, say the speaker or the initial and the answer. Ismail.
Number one is Rachel, says where the beans are from.
Excellent. So, oh, and where are they from? I think I've already gave it. So I would say from Peru, right? They say that they've come from Peru. Now, number two. Who is the one that said it, and what's the answer for the question? So number two. So who said where the products are produced?
Tianju?
Tianju, right? So Tianju, I think it was more Rachel, because the same person that said where the beans were from said also where the products are produced, so it will be more Rachel. And then where the products are produced? Where did they say the products were produced? So yes, Rachel. So where are they produced? Do you need me to play it just one more time? Guys, what do you think?
Maybe can you do the audio one more time, teacher?
Yes, because I think maybe we're now that we know what the questions are, let's go ahead and repeat it and see what else can we come up with, okay? Here we go. So we were left on where the products are produced.
Lesson 10.4, page 104. Exercises 1B and 1C.
This is Business Matters. I'm your host, Rachel Varick, and today I'm talking with business owners Tianyu Hao and Erica Knight. They own Cocoa Bar, a company that makes a variety of chocolate products. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
Now, I know your products are made from cacao beans that are imported from Peru, and then they're produced locally with other natural ingredients. However, we're not focusing on your delicious products today. We're talking about the people who buy them.
That's right. Our customers are really important to us, and we don't want them to just like our products. We want them to love our products.
Yes, we want every Cocoa Bar customer to turn into a Cocoa Bar fan.
Why is that so important to you?
It should be important to every business owner. Fans help a company in many ways. For example, they not only buy our products again and again, but they also tell their friends to buy them. They often talk about us on social media too. And what company doesn't want free advertising?
So true. And they give us feedback about our products.
But how useful is it? Isn't feedback from fans always good?
No, not always. When they're not happy, they tell us.
True fans are honest because they really want to help us improve.
That's very interesting, Tianyu. Well, thank you both for talking.
Okay, so now where the products are produced or where are produced. I don't go for it.
Are imported from Peru.
I'm so sorry, it cut off a little bit. Can you repeat it?
The products are imported from Peru.
All right. So the beans are the ones that are from Peru, but the products, where do they produce it? So the beans are the ones that come from Peru.
Rachel say they produce locally, but I don't know
Locally,
where is
right?
locally.
Yeah, I believe they say something like in here. But maybe I forgot the word in Spanish. In English, I'm sorry. But mainly, for example, the beans that they bring them from Peru, but then they have an actual production locally. So that's why referring to locally. Okay, so let's go with number 3. How they want customers to feel about the products. Who said that? Was it Rachel, Tianyu, or Erica? Okay, so in this case, yes, it will be Erica, but at the same time Tianyu, because they are like the ones from the actual business, right? So how they want customers to feel about the products? What do they say about that? What are their expectations of how customers will whether like or dislike their products? Jonathan.
The customers feeling love with the product.
Yes, they say that they are in love, right? Meaning that they have true fans because of that. Excellent. And also, they want for them to become fans. So if they love a product, obviously by automatically will be in love or become a true fan. And then why fans are important to the business? Why are fans important to the business? Aaron?
Tianju mentioned that they can help to share the product and recommend to their friends.
Yes, exactly, right? So, and again, this is for Erica and Tianyu, and they say that it's about even giving free advertisement on that, right? Because and that happens to us as well. If we like a product and we really, really trust a product, we will tend to recommend that product. So it is free advertisement, and at the same time, you're gaining more clients, more customers. And last one, the kind of feedback fans give. What is the kind of feedback that fans give? And who said it? Go ahead, Aaron.
If I remember right, I think it was first began Erica, and then the conversation ended Tianju. They mentioned that they'll listen to every feedback they they receive because it's very important to them, so they can how to say it's it's uh,
Like to
it's how
improve?
yeah, it's how they can improve a little better.
Yes, and more because customers are being honest, right? Honest, like when they don't like it, they just say it. And that helps them a lot too. Excellent. Okay, so let's move on. Finally, out of that podcast that it's making us have a hard time. So now we're going to go with the pronunciation section in which we're going to listen for contrastive stress. Remember that stress, aside from making us crazy, whenever we talk about pronunciation, stress, it's more on emphasizing things, right? Emphasizing certain information. In this case, information that shows contrast. So here we have sentence 1 and 2, in which, if you can notice, there is some words on that are underlined. So let's see if those words, whenever they pronounce them, if they are stressed more or less than the other words. So let's see how the stress on those particular words are, if it's more or less, okay? Let's listen to the pronunciation and you will tell me.
Lesson 10.4, page 104. Exercise 2A. 1.
I know your products are made from cacao beans that are imported from Peru, and then they're produced locally with other natural ingredients.
2,
We don't want them to just like our products. We want them to love our products.
Okay, so did you notice if the stress on those words was more or less? It was more, right? Yes, because they said they are imported and then produced, and then they changed kind of the tone of those words. So now what you're gonna do is I will play you the next audio, but now it's your turn to identify the two words in each sentence that receives most stress, okay? So let me play it for you. I will probably play it twice so that way you can be able to catch all the words, okay? So each one will have two words in each sentence. Here we go.
Lesson 10.4, page 104, Exercise 2B. 1,
Some business owners care about customer reviews, but every business owner should.
2,
I started making chocolate as a hobby, but it quickly became a business.
3,
If our chocolate is a little more expensive, that's because it's also much higher quality.
Okay, so let me play it one more time and then we will discuss the words, okay? Here we go.
Lesson 10.4, page 104, Exercise 2B. 1,
Some business owners care about customer reviews, but every business owner should.
2,
I started making chocolate as a hobby, but it quickly became a business.
3,
If our chocolate is a little more expensive, that's because it's also much higher quality.
All right, so let's go ahead and discuss then the answers. So first sentence, what are the two words that they are mentioning, like a more stress? And then we have Jonathan.
The stressed words are reviews and every.
Okay, so actually it was some and then every. But yes, some and every. Thank you. On the second one, number 2, what were the two one? Jonathan.
Well, in second one, I identified hobby and business.
Okay, hobby and business, right? And then Omar is telling us also. Yes. Thank you. And then third one, what are the two words on number 3? Claudia?
Maybe expensive and quality.
Expensive and quality, right? Yes. So thank you so much. On the last part C, which statement will be true? We often place additional stress on words with similar ideas, or we often place additional stress on words with different ideas. Which one would you say it's the true statement? Claudia.
The one with different ideas.
Yes, exactly. So we are talking about giving contrast ideas, but at the same time stressing out that different or those different ideas. Excellent. So let's move on. Here we have some feedback from 2 company websites, and we're gonna identify what products do fans give feedback about and if they are positive, negative, or a little bit of both, okay? In this case, I would need 2 people to help me reading the 2 feedbacks. I would need one for John, one for Adriana. Aaron, you will do the first one, the one in orange, and the second one, who wants to read it? Claudia. So you will read Adriana's one. Go ahead.
John, I ordered 2 boxes of Cocoa Stations last week. The chocolate bars were delivered this morning, and my mom and I immediately tried them. They're fantastic. The caramel in the middle is not too sweet, and it goes well with dark chocolate on the outside. We noticed a little salt was included in the caramel, and that's the magic touch. Salted caramel is very popular now. Although although I usually buy Cocoa Max bars, I probably buy Cocoa Stations from now on. This is another great product for my favorite candy company. Thanks, Cocoa Bar.
I'm a big fan of Super Sport watches. I used to have a Super Sport P1, but I lost it. So yesterday I went out and bought the new Super Sport P2. I noticed the screen of the new watch is made of glass. In the old model, the screen was made of hard plastic. I'm not sure glass is a good idea. It's true that the old plastic screen looked a little cheap. However, it was stronger than the glass screen, and that's very important for a sport watch. Otherwise, the P2 is really good and looks cool.
All right, so what products do fans give feedback about? So on the first one, what was the product and if the product was negative, positive, or a little bit of both? So going back to the one that it's of Cocoa Stations, um, what is the actual product on that one? Or what do they sell on Cocoa Stations? So what is it?
John, John was talking about, well, was giving a feedback about Cocoa Stations and Cocoa Max bars.
Okay, so the bars, right? And thank you so much, Aaron. And they say that it's a positive feedback. Excellent. And then what about the second feedback? What was the product about and was it positive, negative, a little bit of both? What is it? Go ahead, Jonathan.
Adriana's feedback is about the watches, and her feedback is a little bit of both.
Okay, so it's more about the sports watch, right? And a little bit of both, positive and negative. And yes, thank you so much, Omar. All right, let's continue then. Now, sometimes whenever we are talking about contrast or contrast ideas, we tend to use some transition words. Remember, we talked about transition words, that they are useful to give more fluency on the text. Well, there are specific transition words that are used for contrasting ideas. In this case, they mention us however and although. And one of the things that we have to keep in mind is that whenever we use a transition word, at some point we have to use a comma. So, for example, in the first one says, although I usually buy cocoa bars, and then comma, I'll probably buy cocoa stations from now on. So the two ideas, it's about the Cocoa Max bars and cocoa stations. However, they want to contrast the idea using although. And when we use although, at the beginning, we have to kind of complete it with the first idea, then comma, and then continue with the second idea. Obviously, these two ideas have to be different, right? Opposites. And then we have number 2, we using however. But in this case, we actually use however in between the two ideas. Because you first say one idea, it is true that the old plastic screen looked a little cheap. However, because you're now giving the other side of the idea, it was stronger than the glass screen. So in this case, we will have the first idea and the second one. And whenever we use however, we have to add a comma immediately right after. As I did say before, those are not the only one transition words that exist for contrast. Also, there are ways to be more informal on those kind of transition words. Whenever we say but or though, they are also used for contrast ideas, but as you can see, they're used in between the same sentence, okay? So, and then for the formal one, we have however, although. So here I want to point out from the transition words that we've been talking about, you can see that however and although it's not are not the only ones. We have nevertheless, alternatively, on the contrary, apart from, even so. And don't forget that these transition words need a comma, in spite of, whatever, and then comma. So it is necessary that we start to get more familiar when to use those transition words. And they even tell us, right? These transition notes for contrast, this for addition, this for opinion, etc., etc. However, today our only focus is on transition words right here. Questions, guys? Any doubts about anything? Or thumbs up if everything is clear. Alrighty. Okay, so we're gonna go to our activity. So in this activity, I want for you to think about 2 products that you are fond of and that are made of by 2 different companies. So you will pretend like you're gonna send this feedback to the owners of the company, and imagining that they will read your feedback. So what I want for you to do is, for each product, you will write 1 paragraph. So that means that you will create 2 paragraphs in total. 1 paragraph will be about one of your products, and then you will describe what you like, what you dislike about them, and even if you can suggest something to improve. And then the other paragraph will be also about, but this time it's going to be about the second product that you chose. Maybe you're a big fan of some tennis shoes. Maybe you're a big fan of some particular brand of cell phones. I don't know. You will choose. So choose your 2 products, describe them, and say what you like, what you dislike, and even what suggestions do you give to that company. And you're going to make a total of 2 paragraphs. Obviously, if you want to do more, you're more than welcome, but you have to use transition words that show contrast of ideas, okay? So you are contrasting your ideas, guys. I don't know if you have, oh, and by the way, I will create an assignment here on Teams. You can upload your work there, And yes, that's basically about it. I don't know if there are questions, comments, complaints. So if no questions, let's go ahead and get started. I will create the assignment and let's work on it. Maybe I will give 20 minutes, so it's 2:10 at 2:30. We will see how we are, how everything's going. If you need more time, I will give more time, okay? So let's go ahead and start. All right, so how's everything going? Do you feel like you need more time?
Almost ready, teacher.
Almost ready. Okay, so what about if I give 10 more minutes? 10 more minutes and then uh, we will see, okay? So 10 more minutes. All right, so with that, we will conclude our class for today. Before you go, tell me something that you remember for Monday, and after that, we can leave. So, what is it? What are we going to remember for Monday? Aaron.
Maybe an idea about how to do a feedback and the contrast ideas.
Okay, so feedbacks and those contrast ideas. Excellent. And then pronunciation in stress words, yes. So whenever we want to give like this contrasting ideas, we can even stress our voice on particular words to show that contrast. Yes. Excellent. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you take care. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to work on your Cambridge, and I'll see you on Monday. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. And yes, however, and although, right? Thank you, Jonathan. Bye-bye, everyone.
Goodbye, teacher.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you,
Have a
Miss.
nice weekend.
See you.
See you, everyone. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.